Picture this. You did everything right. You went to college, you got the degree, and you landed the good job. Fast forward a few years. Maybe you're in your late 20s or early 30s. You and your partner are pulling in a combined $120,000, maybe even $150,000 a year. You live in a nice house with a manicured lawn. You have 2 reliable cars in the driveway. From the outside looking in, you've made it. You are the picture of middle-class success. But here's the thing. On the inside, you are suffocating. You wake up every day, go to a job that drains you, just to pay for the cars that get you to that job, and the house you leave empty for 10 hours a day. You make 6 figures. But at the end of the month, after the mortgage, the car payments, the student loans, and the groceries, you log into your bank account and think, where did it all go? You have maybe a couple $100 left over. You are one broken water heater away from a minor financial crisis. You feel like you're doing everything right, but you're completely stuck in place. My name is Samko, and I spend way too much time thinking about the psychology of money and why smart people make terrible financial decisions. If you're someone who feels like you're making good money, but somehow still living paycheck to paycheck, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Let's break down the math, because the numbers don't lie. And I want to use real dollar figures here so you can see exactly how this happens. Let's take a hypothetical couple, Mark and Sarah. They are crushing it. They make $150,000 a year combined. That puts them in the top 20% of household incomes in the US. But here is what most people don't realize about a $150,000 gross income. It is a mirage. After federal taxes, state taxes, FICA, and some basic health insurance premiums, Mark and Sarah aren't taking home $150,000. They are taking home about $105,000. That's roughly $8,750 a month. Still sounds like a lot, right? Let's look at their expenses. They bought a nice house in the suburbs. With today's interest rates, property taxes, and insurance, their mortgage is $3,200 a month. They need reliable cars. According to recent Federal Reserve data, the average new car payment is now over $700. Let's say they have 1 new car and 1 used car. Car payments plus insurance, that's $1,300 a month. Student loans, $600 a month. Groceries and basic household items, $1,200 a month. Utilities, internet, cell phones, $450 a month. Let's do the math. $3,200 plus $1,300 plus $600 plus $1,200 plus $450. That is $6,750. Out of their $8,750 take-home pay, $6,750 is gone before the month even starts. These are their fixed obligations. They have exactly $2,000 left for the entire month. And out of that $2,000, they have to pay for gas, maybe daycare or child expenses, occasional dinners out, a Netflix subscription, birthday gifts, and God forbid, replacing bald tires on the SUV. At the end of the month, Mark and Sarah, the top 20% earners, are putting exactly $0 into investments outside of their basic 401k match. They are trapped. Now, you might be thinking, Samko, that's their own fault. They shouldn't have bought such an expensive house. They shouldn't have financed new cars. I could survive on way less than $150,000. And you know what? You're absolutely right. Mathematically, it is their fault. But this is where we have to talk about the psychology of money. Because it's really easy to judge Mark and Sarah from the outside. But the truth is, the system is perfectly engineered to make you act exactly like them. There is a powerful psychological driver at play here. I call it the deserving bias. Or, if you want to get technical, it's related to Parkinson's law, which states that your expenses will always rise to match your income. When you work 50 hours a week, deal with a stressful boss, and commute through terrible traffic, your brain seeks a reward to justify the suffering. You think, I work hard. I deserve a nice car. I work hard. I deserve to order Uber Eats tonight instead of cooking. We've had a tough year. We deserve this $4,000 vacation. And society applauds this. The bank will happily approve you for a mortgage that eats up 40% of your take-home pay. The dealership will enthusiastically stretch your car loan out to 84 months just to make the monthly payment look affordable. This is where it gets really interesting. The entire consumer economy is designed to convert your hard-earned income into someone else's corporate revenue. The trap isn't an accident. It's the business model. Think of it like a treadmill. When you make $50,000 a year, you're on a cheap, squeaky manual treadmill. You're sweating, working hard just to move forward. Then you get a raise to $100,000. You upgrade to a motorized treadmill. Then you hit $150,000. And you buy the top-of-the-line Peloton treadmill with the HD screen and the surround sound. But here is the brutal reality. You are still just running in place. You haven't moved an inch toward actual financial freedom. You just have a prettier view while you exhaust yourself. Here's what most people don't realize. Reaching $250,000 in net worth or hitting a six-figure income is actually the most dangerous phase of your financial life. Why? Because of something called the Diderot effect. Denis Diderot was a French philosopher who lived in poverty. One day, he acquired a beautiful, luxurious scarlet robe. But suddenly, his ratty old desk looked terrible next to his beautiful new robe. So he bought a new desk. Then, his old chairs looked out of place, so he bought new chairs. Eventually, he plunged himself into absolute debt because one nice thing triggered a spiral of upgrading everything else to match it. This is the middle-class trap in a nutshell. You buy the nice house in the good neighborhood, but now you can't park a 15-year-old Honda Civic in the driveway of that nice house. The neighbors might judge you. So you lease a BMW, but now you're driving a BMW, so you can't shop your clothes at Walmart anymore. You upgrade your wardrobe. Every increase in income triggers a corresponding increase in lifestyle, completely wiping out your ability to build wealth. The $250,000 trap is when your assets, like your house and 401k, make you look rich on paper, but your bloated lifestyle keeps you poor in cash flow. All right, enough doom and gloom. I'm not making this video just to depress you. I'm making this because if you recognize you're in the trap, you can break out of it. It takes discipline. It takes a little bit of short-term pain, but it is entirely possible. Here are the 3 actionable steps you need to take immediately. Step 1. Cap the big 3. Housing, transportation, food. You cannot out-earn a bad spending habit. I don't care if you get a $20,000 raise next week. If you don't cap your lifestyle, that money will vanish. You need to ruthlessly audit your big 3. If your mortgage and cars are eating up more than 40% of your take-home pay, you are in the red zone. You might need to make a radical choice. Sell the car that has a $700 payment and buy a $10,000 reliable used car in cash. Yes, it's going to hurt your ego. But what hurts worse? Driving a slightly older car or waking up at 3 a.m. in a cold sweat because you don't know how you're going to pay for your kids' braces. Stop upgrading. If you get a raise, pretend it didn't happen. Set up an auto transfer so that new money goes directly into a brokerage account before you even see it. Step 2. The rich pivot. Buy assets, not liabilities. The middle class buys liabilities that they think are assets. A house you live in is not a cash-flowing asset. It's a liability that costs you taxes, interest, and maintenance. A car is a rapidly depreciating liability. To break out of the trap, you have to pivot your cash flow toward things that pay you to own them. I'm talking about index funds, real estate investment trusts, REITs, cash-flowing rental properties, or even investing in a side business. Every dollar you save by capping your lifestyle needs to be deployed as a soldier to go out and capture more dollars. If you can just free up $1,000 a month and invest it in an S&P 500 index fund, returning a historical average of 8 to 10%, in 15 years, you'll have over $400,000. That is liquid wealth. That is freedom. Step 3. The income to asset bridge. The ultimate goal isn't to retire at 65 and hope you don't run out of money before you die. The goal is to build a bridge. Right now, you are trading your time for money. You need to build a bridge where your money trades its time for more money. Start tracking your freedom number. Your freedom number is exactly how much money you need your assets to generate every month to cover your basic living expenses. If your bare bones living expenses are $4,000 a month, you need your investments to generate $4,000 a month. Once you hit that number, the trap dissolves. You are no longer working because you have to. You are working because you want to. Look, the system is not designed to make you rich. It's designed to make you a compliant, heavily indebted consumer. The banks want you in debt. The corporations want you spending. Breaking out of the $250,000 trap requires you to become financially rebellious. It requires you to say, no, I am not going to lease a new car every 3 years. No, I am not going to buy the absolute maximum house the bank approves me for. It takes courage to look different from your broke, high-earning neighbors. But true wealth isn't about what you show the world. True wealth is having options. It's having peace of mind. It's knowing that if you wanted to walk away from your job tomorrow, you could. Don't fall for the illusion of middle-class success. Build actual wealth. If this video opened your eyes or made you rethink your current financial setup, please do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this with a friend who might be running too fast on that financial treadmill. I'll see you in the next one. Keep your money right